Um, Hello. Sorry it's been so long since I visited. I've, been busy. How are you doing?
What do you want,
Well, I wanted to tell you that I found 2 opal dragons. They're very kind and sweet and...
Are they like you?
No, more like you, actually. They truly believe that all dragons are good. They actually hoard dragons and information about dragons. They go around and ask dragons what they hoard. It's quite unusual, but they know many dragons. They actually introduced me to a dragon who hoards stories, and she had many tales about the opal dragons. She seemed nice.
Does this mean that you're no longer going through with your plan?
No. Yes. I don't know anymore. Everything's been turned upside down, and I'm starting to believe that there may have been some truth to what you said. But I need to hear it from the dragon that slaughtered my parents. They're looking for her now. Here, I drew these for you. They're portraits of the opal dragons I found.
They look like they have very wise, kind souls.
They do. They're extraordinary. I would love for you to meet them one day.
Are you finally going to free me, Aya?
No, I mean, not yet. If you got out, you would tell them all of my plans, and I might not even be going through with them anymore. Everything is upside down and sideways, and I don't know what right from wrong is anymore, and I need a little more time. I promise, and then I will let you out.
So nothing has changed then?
Everything has changed. I need more time.
What was that?
Well, the next dragon should be right through here. I don't think it's going to be the Crimson Dragon, though, because that is one tiny hole. Yeah. But we definitely still need to explore it. Let's go. Oh, hello. Huh. There is no dragon here. Just bags. Are those... They are bags of holding. No, you are not going into that bag. That bag is moving.
I really hope that you're not trying to steal my bags.
Oh, hi! No, not at all. We are adventurers who go around and ask dragons what they hoard, and, well, we're technically looking for a specific dragon right now, but still! Hi! We would never, ever touch the bags. Are they your hoard?
Just the ones that I've chosen to collect here. I do have a lot more, but I like them to be outside and, in the hands of people. That way I can go visit them.
What do you mean? Also, what were you doing in the bag?
I travel around to all the different bags of holding. It's a lot of fun. It makes it so that I can really see the world.
You know how to travel around through all the different bags of holding in existence? I thought only the bagman knew how to do that.
He's the one who taught me how to do it. I was really little, and I got lost in a rainstorm, and I found this little baggie, so I crawled into it, and, well, it was a bag of holding, and I got lost, and he found me, and he helped guide me around, and then, well, he taught me how to go through all the different bags of holding.
The bagman is your mentor? Wow. That's super cool.
It's truly amazing. I call him my papa.
Who is the Bagman?
Well, we've never actually met the Bagman. You should introduce us. But from stories that we have been told, he is a creature who can travel between all of the different bags of holding in existence. And bags of holding are these little bags, and the inside is essentially a extra-dimensional space. It's like way bigger in the inside.
He sounds terrifying.
He can be a little bit scary, but he's really nice to me, so you should probably get out of here, though, because I don't think he'd take super kindly to you being in my lair.
Of course, absolutely. But can you tell him that we'd really like to meet him one day?
Of course! Actually, you know what? Here, have one of my bags. This way I can come visit you whenever.
Oh my gosh, thank you so much! Visit whenever you want, and bring the Bagman at one point or another. You know, if you want to. If he wants to, of course.
I will. You seem to go on very exciting adventures, so I would love to tag along sometimes. Bye-bye now.
This is so cool. Did we not just, essentially agree to have a spy? Well, this cave certainly feels big enough and ominous enough to hold a massacring dragon in it. Ready? As ready as I can be.
Yeah. Little one has been secured, so I am ready to go.
All right. Crimson scales. Hello. We are adventurers to go around and ash dragons with the horde, and, well, we've been looking for you. I'm assuming you. Maybe not.
And who exactly have you been looking for?
The dragon who led the uprising against the opal dragons.
If you have come here to try and kill me, little opals, you will not succeed.
Oh! You know what we are. She knows what we are. Of course you do. Why wouldn't you? We are not here in any way, shape, or form to cause you any harm. We just have some questions.
I suppose the least I can do is answer your questions. But if you make one wrong move, I will end you. What are your questions?
Well, I guess the big question is, why? Why did you do it? We've heard a lot of different answers to that question, ranging from all the dragons here are evil to they didn't like that the opals were in power or that they could control emotions. But what's your story?
To an extent, the latter is correct. The opal dragons, they were not as kindly as I'm sure you have seen them depicted. Some of them were. They were very polite and kind and wonderful. But the dragons who decided to put themselves on top, they were monsters.
Are you talking about Aya's parents? Aya's Vicari?
Was that the little princess?
I guess. She's always said her parents were the elders, kind of the rulers, so...
Then yes, Aya's parents were cruel, monstrous dragons, and I do not regret what I did to them. But I do regret what happened to all of the other opal dragons. You might as well sit, little opals. This is a long tale, and I am sure it is going to be quite shocking from the ones that you have heard.
We're ready to hear what you have to say.
Well, for a long time, the opal dragons and all of the other dragons, we all lived in relative harmony. Sure, we all had our differences. Yes, many of us did not like the opal dragons because they could manipulate, control emotions, and even manipulate people's memories. It wasn't until those two opal dragons put themselves at the top, declared themselves rulers, that it became a true issue. Aya's parents. Yes, they believed that dragons were out of control and far too dangerous to remain unruled. They believed that there needed to be a hierarchy and that the opal dragons and they themselves were best fit to be on top because they could control emotions. They said it was the best way to keep the peace, that they, when a dragon would get out of control, could simply dampen that dragon's emotions. But what they were doing was far worse. What do you mean? There was only a handful of opal dragons who were truly just trying to keep the peace. The rest of them, they were being torturous, cruel. They were doing so under the orders of the rulers, self-declared rulers, I should say. If you were caught stepping even vaguely out of line, you were stripped of your emotions, your memories. You became a husk of your former self, unfeeling, walking around like a zombie, drinking water, eating, going to sleep, but nothing else. Not truly living anymore. We hadn't heard anything vaguely similar to that. Only that the opal dragons are trying to keep the peace, not that they were doing that. It gets far worse. If you were caught speaking out against the opal dragons, especially speaking out against the rulers, saying anything along the lines that there should be another way to determine who gets to rule the dragons, or saying that they are being cruel, or anything, they would take you, lock you in a cave with someone that you cared deeply about, whether that be a mate or a friend or a hatchling. They would then strip your memories of that dragon. And then they would make you filled with rage. They would heighten that emotion of anger and hate until you turned on them. Slaughtered them. And only then would they give you your memories, your feelings back. And you would be stuck with the memory that you slaughtered someone that you cared so deeply for. I was caught speaking out against the opals. What they were doing was cruel and wrong, and I tried to stand up to them, and I was punished for it. But what they did only made me angrier. I continued to build an uprising, a rebellion against the opal dragons. And when it was big enough and we were ready, we struck. I am so sorry. That's awful. But does it still warrant massacring the opal dragons? I mean, hatchlings and wormlings and eggs, they were all destroyed. You may not choose to believe me, and I will understand if you don't. But I never meant for that to happen. My rebellion, it was only meant to target the opal dragons that were doing those cruel and torturous things. The elders, the self-proclaimed ruler opal dragons, that was all. I know that not all opal dragons were like that. But not all dragons shared that belief. They wanted all the opal dragons gone because they could manipulate emotions. They didn't want to risk it. I tried to stop them when I found out what was happening. But I couldn't. There was too many of them, and they were not listening to me. I even tried to help smuggle out some of the eggs, some of the hatchlings. So, you tried to save some of us. Did. Despite what the opals had done to me, not all of them deserved that fate, especially not the young ones. This is... What was that? My hatchlings are awake. Would you like to see them?
Yeah. Oh
gosh, they're so cute. They almost have an
opal shimmer to them?
Yeah.
Well, I would hope so. They are half opal, after all.
Your babies are half opal dragons? Little red opal, those little red opal babies? Those are half opal.
That is what I said, yes.
Who's the daddy? How did the daddy come into the picture? This seems like a big jump, going from leading the rebellion against the opals to having hatchlings with an opal dragon.
Well, as I said, when things began to become out of my control, I tried to help the good opal dragons get their young and their eggs to safety. And of course, in this process, I was working with another opal dragon. He was infuriating and agitating, and I had much distaste for him. But I could not resist his charms. He was quite a charming opal.
So, what happened? Where is he?
That, in and of itself, is quite the tale.
We are ready to listen, if you are ready to share.
They're so cute. Well, my mate and I, not my mate at the time, but, we were supposed to rendezvous with another opal dragon who was carrying many opal dragons' place to a certain point where we were supposed to meet someone who would collect them and take them to safety. Unfortunately, when we got there, that opal dragon was dead, and almost all of the eggs were smashed. We searched through the remnants of the smashed eggs and around the deceased opal dragon, and by the grace of the gods we managed to find 4 opal dragon eggs relatively unharmed. We brought them back to my lair, and I encouraged the eggs to go into a sort of stasis. It's essentially where the eggs are alive, but they will not hatch. We did that so they would be safe. This world, it's not safe for opal dragons to be in, and we were going to wait to hatch them until it was safe. But before we could do that, it got out that we had opal dragon eggs here, and there was a group of dragons that were coming to kill the eggs. So I hatched them.
You hatched them?
It was the only choice we had to keep the little opal dragons alive. So I hatched the eggs, and it sounds cruel, but my mate forced the dragons down and brought out their humanoid forms. It was the only thing we could think of to keep them safe. If they were not in a draconic form, then perhaps they would be safer. He then took them to other worlds. I don't know what world he took them to, or planes of existence, or anything like that. All I know is that he kept 2 and 2 together so that they would never truly be alone. Recently, he believed that the dragons would be old enough to start realizing what they truly are. The dragons may be trying to come out, finally. And so he wanted to go look for them and help them make sure they were safe.
I don't suppose your mate is tall and broad in his humanoid form, is he?
I suppose by humanoid standards he is.
Oh my god. You hatched us! We are 2 of the 4 that you hatched. Yep. The stories match up far too well.
Oh.
Well, this has been a lot. We actually know the dragon who was supposed to rendezvous with you guys to take the eggs. He was trapped in another world at the time, didn't get the messages until it was too late. It's a whole thing, but we should go talk to him.
All right. Of course.
We would love to come back and talk with you more, and also to hang out with your babies if that's okay. And also to meet your mate. Do you know where he is? Could you get him back here?
I can certainly try. Also, Aya. She's the daughter of the elder opals who you
took down.
Are you alright with us telling her about you and what you told us?
Of
course. She was barely a wormling when everything happened. I can only imagine the pain and, well, the hatred that she must carry within her. I would even be all right meeting with her. Not here. Not with my hatchlings around. But we could meet elsewhere. And we could talk face to face if she would like to.
Okay, thank you. We'll probably be seeing you very soon. My little red opals. Oh, they're so cute. Hey, Killian!
We have news. That seems to be happening a lot lately. Well, lay it on me.
Actually, first, before we do that, we should probably get Aya. That way we can all just get it out all at once. Right. Good idea. Okay, we'll be right back, Killian.
All right. How are you doing? Pretty good. Mostly just kind of been observing on the sidelines, and I am entirely lost about what's going on, but other than that, pretty good. Right, yeah. You wanna give me a hint on what's going on? Nope. Not my story to tell. I am not getting in the middle of that. Right, yeah, that's understandable. Yeah. Erebus has cookies in the kitchen, if you want some.
Aya! Where are you? Any luck? No, I mean, I sense 2 dragons, so one of them is bound to be her, right? But why are they back so soon? Is everything all right? Oh, there you are. Come on, we have some news, but we thought it'd be easier to share all the information at once with Killian. Come on. Oh, all right, let's go. Hello again, Killian. So, what's the news? Well, we found the Crimson Dragon, and it's not as black and white as you thought.
What do you mean, not as black and white as I thought? I witnessed her slaughter my parents. You can't get any more black and white than that.
Well, yeah, that part's not super black and white, but buckle up. This is gonna be a long story.
So, essentially, she just wanted to take down the hierarchy of the Opal Dragons. She never intended for it to be a massacre.
Exactly. And she's willing to meet with you, Aya, and answer any questions you have.
Oh, well, how gracious of her. How do you know that everything she's saying isn't just an elaborate lie? That you are just gobbling up like a bunch of gullible pups, huh?
Aya, her hatchlings are literally half opal. You can't just fake that.
Illusion magic could easily fake that.
It wasn't. And if she was some cold-blooded killer that was out to massacre all of the opal dragons still, we would not be here.
You told her about me, which means that she knows that there's another opal dragon out there, and she was just trying to manipulate you to bring me to her as well, so that she could outright kill all of us.
Aya, her story lines up exactly with Ren and I's. Every little tiny detail, and only a select few people know anything about our story. She could have read your minds, or— Aya, stop! Why don't you come with us and meet her? And then you can decide for yourself whether she is telling the truth or not, and if you don't think she's telling the truth, then fine, you never have to see her again.
Fine. Set up the meeting. I'm gonna go do some research. See about these other supposed living opal dragons. Good job, Ren. I'm proud of you. You as well, Cass.
I know she's been through a lot, but why don't you stay here with her, keep an eye on everything, and I will go meet with the Crimson Dragon again. Get everything set up.
Yeah, that sounds like a good idea.
Go ahead and just give me a holler down the sending stone when you're ready, and I'll bring her over. All right. Be back soon. Hello again.
Hello again. I suppose you come bringing news?
Yes, so, Aya has agreed to meet with you, a bit begrudgingly, but still.
She does not have to meet with me if she does not wish to.
If she doesn't, she is going to keep making these reasons to continue to hate all dragons that are not opal. I think it's important for her to get some sort of closure from you.
Right, yes. Let us go find an area that we can meet with her that is close enough to my babies in case I need to come back to them, but far enough away that she does not know where they are.
Right, yes. You know this area best, so I will follow your lead. Hey, Aya. You okay?
Yes. I'm all right. Are you sure? You got pretty upset. I guess I don't understand. You asked us to find the Crimson Dragon and get her a story and ask her questions, so... I know, and I do still want to meet with her. That hasn't changed at all. It just... having you two offer to go find her and talk with her versus actually seeing her face to face, I suppose it was just a lot. And you both seem to carry so much sympathy for her after everything she did. And I don't understand how you can. Well, it's not that Ren and I agree with what she did. Obviously what she did was awful, and it put into motion something horrendous. But we can understand where she was coming from. She was hurting, just like you are. Do not compare my hurt to hers, especially when hers could very well be a lie, a fake. I know you said my parents forced her to kill someone she cared about, but that's not true. It can't be. She is just a cold-blooded monster. My hurt is real. So is hers, Aya. You choosing not to believe it doesn't make it not real. Just maybe once you meet her, you'll be able to understand a little bit more. They're ready. Are you? I am ready. I just need to grab something really quick. Okay, I'm gonna open the portal really quick and just make sure we're in the right spot. Okay, alright. And you truly believe that my human form is alright? I thought that maybe my human form would make it a little bit easier for her to meet with me and be less intimidating, you know? I think it looks perfect, and I think it is incredibly considerate of you. It's gonna be okay. Here they come. Is this her? Are you the dragon who killed my parents hiding in a human form? Hello, Aya. I thought perhaps it would be easier for you to meet with me in a humanoid form instead of the form that you witnessed. You thought this would be better than what? Your draconic form? I watched you rip my father's throat out with your maw. I watched as you crushed my mother's skull beneath your claws. Did you know that she was watching me the whole time you were doing it? She was making eye contact with me. I watched as her eyes bulged from her head under the crushing weight of you. Her mouth was open in a silent roar, and yet she never took her eyes away from me until her last breath. Whether you are in your draconic form or your human one, it makes no difference who you are and what you did. I am truly regretful that you witnessed that. I never intended for a young one to see something like that, nor do I expect you to understand my reasons behind doing what I did. But, I heard your reasonings, and I know that they are lies. My parents were good, kind people. They would never, ever do something like that. Everything you say is a lie. Remember, we're here to understand what happened. You just heard what she did to my parents. How can you still believe? What was that? I'm sorry. I didn't mean to hurt her. I slipped. It's just a tincture that I grabbed to help with my nerves, with meeting you and all. I didn't mean to hurt her. Are you okay? Yes. Just the glass seems to have cut me a little. Is your hand all right? Yes. No wounds. Well, I could actually use a tincture to help calm my nerves, so maybe this will help. I'm glad your hand is okay, and if you would still like to move ahead, I do have a way to show you my memories, so that you can know the truth, and know that I cannot manipulate it. How is that possible? Well, after I learned about you, and that you were alive and might be coming to visit, I went and met with a mage, who taught me how to cast a spell to share my memories. And I am willing to do that here, now, with you.
It's the best way for you to find out if she's telling the truth or not. Alright, I will do it. Thank you for giving me this chance. Just take my hand, and I will show you my past. Oh God. You are telling the truth. My parents... Oh, God. Are you guys okay? We were kind of starting to worry about you. You were in your little trance for a while. Aya? She's telling the truth. My parents... They were monsters. How did I not know? You were young when everything happened, Aya. Young ones, they only see the best in their parents, not the bad. But the things that I've said, the things that I've done, It's gonna be okay, Aya. It's a lot to process, and I'm sure if you have any questions, the Crimson Dragon would be happy to answer them. I am an open book to you, Aya. Whatever you want to know, I will share. No. Thank you, but... I need to go. Please. Of course. I'll take you wherever you need to go. Are you gonna be okay here? Yep, we'll be fine. Plus, I mean, it's not like I don't have a sending stone and a magical bracelet that can portal me wherever I want to, so... Wait, are you not coming with us? No, I'm gonna stay here with the Crimson Dragon for a little bit longer, and Kess is gonna go with you. Oh, well... Thank you for everything, Ren. And... I'm so sorry. Truly, I am. Alright, I'm ready to go. Alright. Bye, guys. See you later. Bye. Alright, now let's get you patched up. And that should do it. How does it feel? Like it never even happened. Very impressive. Now, I would like to get back to my babies. Come on. Ah, there are my darlings. You know, they look much bigger when you're in a human form. But they're still so little. Well, I guess I've never been in a dragon form, so what do I know? You'll get there one day, I'm sure. Whew. Woo, you okay? Yes, just tired. Having to relive all of those memories. It was a lot. I think I need to rest. That is very understandable. Why don't you go take a nap and I'll watch over the babies? You think you can handle them? They can be a bit of a handful sometimes, and they just started learning how to flap their wings. Can't fly yet, but they are experimenting. I got it, I promise. And you need your rest, and it gives me some time to play with them. Please! Alright. I don't even feel like I have the strength to shift forms. You get some good sleep, your babies are in good hands. Hi, guys! Oh my goodness. Whew, those babies are a lot of work. Oh, but they're so cute when they sleep. What? It's not good? Your wound reopened.